Okay, so this first method is something I like to use, especially in the summertime, because it's really lightweight, it's versatile, you can play around with different formulas to suit your skin type, but I like to use a really, I don't know how I would describe these, but I've got 3 examples here. The L'Oreal Lumi Glotion is a perfect example of what I'm trying to convey here. Just a soft base that has little to no pigment, but gives you a glow from within. And layering with that, only concealer. Only concealer. We're not going in with foundation. So I like to use something like L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. The InnBeauty Project Face Glaze is also a really beautiful option. This is so underrated. Sorry, I had to get my example here. But then a super long wearing concealer. And oftentimes I'll reach for my concealers that are a little bit more on the matte side. So today I'm going to be demoing the Milk Makeup Future Fluid. And this is one I've not been able to feature a ton on my channel because truly for my skin, if I'm just using it for daily wear and not using this particular method, it is a little bit too matte for my dry skin type. If you have combo oily skin, this is a dream because it has great longevity, it has really good coverage, and it does just look like skin. But layered with something like Face Glaze or L'Oreal Lumi Glotion, it just gives this perfect balance of super youthful, healthy looking skin, not overdone. And also when you use something minimal like a concealer formula like this, it really allows for this to shine through. I'm going to use Face Glaze today because I do think it is highly underrated. Not only is it really beautiful on the skin, it does have some added skincare benefits to it. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of this all over the skin. You can see immediately it makes your skin look revived, refreshed. There's no shimmer in this. It's just a pure luminous glow, lit from within style look. Now, if you do want something that has a touch of coverage, I would recommend the e.l.f. Halo Glow or the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion because these both have pigments in them. So you'll get a little bit of a tint, a little bit of color distraction if you need that with your particular skin type. All right, so I'm gonna take my Milk Makeup Future Fluid and I'm just going to apply it really to the areas that I need it. That is my eyelids, a little bit around my cheeks, nose, and then to balance out the rest of the face. What is this? I think I had yogurt on my face from my child throwing yogurt this morning. A little swipe on my chin because I do get redness there. And then I always like to balance out on the forehead. My forehead tends to be lighter than the rest of my body. So just a little T-zone balancing here. Sorry, the lighting was getting a little bright out. I felt like you couldn't really see the application here. So I'm going to use a beauty blender for this because like I said, this concealer does give off pretty good coverage. And most of the time when concealers are above a medium coverage, I really like to use the beauty blender to help kind of even things out so we don't get too heavy-handed. And so one thing that I kind of avoid is like the jawline, and that's kind of where you can see the realism happening. I mean, whatever excess I have, I might pull some down, but you can still see that InnBeauty Project Face Glaze peeking through, and it just looks youthful. Just looks healthy, it looks youthful. Just feel like a little French chic girl that, you know, is throwing on her like minimal makeup, glowing from within, and ready to go for the day. Isn't it so interesting now that the trend is how you make makeup literally look like your skin? I was on a podcast last week. I'll link it down below if it comes out before this video, but I'm not sure when it's going to come out. And I was talking about how in 2014, 2015, the trend was still very much like maximalist, because they asked me like, you know, how did you grow your YouTube channel? And I was talking about how, you know, very quickly after that time period, I just got so sick of layering and using and the consumerism of using so many products for one makeup look that I just started scaling down on my channel and really trying to find products that, or minimal products that just gave this like fresh look. Now fast forward to 2023, here we are, like, you know, trying to do the least with our makeup, but still have like a polished look. You know what I mean? When I'm experimenting around with, you know, these types of products and these combinations, that's really like what I keep in mind. What's fast, what's quick, what's gonna look good, keep you looking youthful, bright, and glowing from within. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put on a little bit of, this is my InnBeauty Project Berry Jam Lip Oil. Okay, so this is what we are working with technique number 1. The great thing about this technique and just using these 2 products is that even if your makeup does start to fade by the end of the day, now if you're using the Milk Makeup Concealer, I found that it has really great longevity, but anyways, if you find that it is fading throughout the day, it still looks super graceful. You know what I mean? Like nothing's gonna be patchy. It's kind of just gonna have like this nice graceful exit. Let's move into technique number 2. So this is going to be for those of you who really favor powders, or maybe you get heavy-handed with a powder and your skin is looking a little flat, a little dull, but you aren't a big fan of highlighters, because a quick fix for that is going to be adding a nice, just like juicy cream highlighter on top of the skin. I know a lot of you, highlighters are kind of like, they're fading a little bit, especially powder highlight. And I know a lot of my audience who are maybe like 50 and above don't enjoy highlighter, period. So this is a way that you can kind of bring life back to your skin if maybe you've overdone the powder, if you've used a concealer or a foundation that's a bit too matte for your skin. This is actually how I discovered this technique. I was using that Milk Makeup Concealer one day and I hadn't prepped my skin really well, and so my face was pretty dry and the concealer just looked horrible. It looked terrible because I did not prep accordingly, and I just was in a rush and I didn't want to remove it. So I was thinking to myself, how can I like revive this? How can I make my skin still look, you know, nice and juicy and healthy? Cue this product. And most of you who have, I've talked about this product since it came out, most of you who have purchased it have really been enjoying it as well. And let me just preface this and say it does not have to be this particular product. I am going to give you a couple of other suggestions. Adding a pump of a really lightweight oil to the palm of your hands and then just pressing into the skin, oh my gosh, it gives the most beautiful, healthy looking angelic glow like you've ever seen. And I know this seems like a really simple thing, and a lot of you probably already do this, but I think in the beauty industry sometimes we overcomplicate things and the really simple things get swept underneath the rug. So this is just a reminder. Also, if you have the Merit Great Skin Oil, and like I mentioned this on social media the other day, really I had just been using it underneath my makeup, and although it made my skin feel good, I just felt like I wasn't seeing much from it. Using it on top will absolutely be a game changer. You could also use rosehip oil if you want to go more of a natural route, if you have more natural oils. I also have this one from Osea, and it is the Day Glow Face Oil. If you have dry skin, girl, this is it. Like, this is such a beautiful daytime facial oil, and it's very moisturizing, but I would caution if you're on combo oily skin, probably not going to be something you're interested in. Anyways, I took some of my Tarte powder foundation to kind of, you know, get my skin on that matte level. Now you can still see a little bit of the InnBeauty Project peeking through, but it's definitely not as glowy. So just one pump of this is all that I need. This is a very interesting textured product. It's very water-like, but once you get it blended in on the back, look at that on the back, it's just so, I don't know, I don't even know how to describe that. It's got this mirrored effect to it. So I get a little bit rubbed in on the palms of my hands, and then I just start pressing into this immediately. Who is she? Like, I just start pressing into the skin and I'm revived. Especially focus on areas where you tend to get dry. So for me, that's going to be the under eye area. I get dry around my nose a lot. And it just adds this beautiful, healthy, fresh look without having to add more makeup, without having to go in and correct. Or maybe you're someone that wants a little bit of a glow, but you don't like using powder or cream highlighters. This is a perfect way to just, you know, I just feel like it looks like my skin, but better. Third and final tip, again, a very simple concept here. I did this in, it was one of my looks for my 2022 favorites. It's when I had the like high ponytail, and it was monochromatic lip and cheek. So I basically just used the same color on my lips and cheeks, and a lot of you all really enjoyed that color that I was using. And I think finding your like special it color has a lot to do with this, but something about a monochromatic lip and cheek just looks so youthful. It looks so polished, and it can just quickly turn a look like what I'm about to show you. So, you know, nothing else is really on my skin. We could revive, we could add some bronzer, we could add some powder blush, whatever. But I think if you're trying to keep it minimal, using something like what I was wearing in that video was the Jones Road lip and cheek stick, and this one is in Tawny Nude. Let me tell you, I have been busting this up. Like, I absolutely love this color. It's the perfect just kind of brown rose tone for me, and immediately you just like apply to your lips, so it's super quick. And then I just blend in with my finger, and I start taking the excess and patting into my cheeks. And something about this color is just really transformative. I don't know what it is. And I would highly recommend the Jones Road ones because they're not overly glowy. They're not, definitely not a matte formula. They're definitely suited for just a skin-like appearance. And there's also so many colors to pick from. So when I just talked about, you know, finding kind of like your it color for this, a lot to choose from. Of course, like we all know, if you need more references, I did my favorites back in the cream blush category for 2022 favorites. You can reference there as well. But I truly have been loving this Jones Road formula. It's beautiful, and this color in particular, I just feel like it's my it color. I mean, just look at it. It is such a beautiful color. I love it. Honestly, I'm about to turn 30 next month, and when I do this look right here, I feel like I'm at least, like I feel like I look at least 5 years younger. You know what I'm saying? Okay, a little bit better. By the way, a lot of you are commenting on the length of my hair because, you know, we're used to the lob around here. The lob had its major appearance for at least 6 years, 6 to 7 years. I had the lob on my channel. I swore I would never grow my hair out again, and here I am. And honestly, I hate it. Like, way too much effort for my skill set, but here we are. Who knows? It may get chopped soon. Anyways, I just wanted to do a quick little tip technique based video because for a long time, like I feel like 2019 era, that was the vibe of my channel, and a lot of you really liked it. And then I just kind of saw a little bit of a decline in it, so I started switching things up. Now we're in 2023. Honestly, I have no idea what YouTube wants to see, so we're just gonna play around this year. Feel free to send in your recs, what you guys would like to see, what you're finding interesting, because I know we are all ever evolving, ever changing in our preferences. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to take it back to the basics today and share with you these 3 things that I love for a fresh and healthy look no matter what. So I hope you enjoyed, and I know we didn't do a full-on look today. We're like, I don't even have eyeshadow on right now. But also, fingers crossed, by doing kind of these quicker tip or technique style videos, I'm hoping to start getting back into re-uploading twice a week now. So I'm going to film my second video after this one, and hopefully after you see this in the same week, you'll see another one coming up. So hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.